Hey guys, welcome to this video. In today's video, we are going to see 20 basic and frequently used Linux commands. For this tutorial, we have used Ubuntu 20.04. However, these are generic Linux commands which you can use on any Linux machine such as Fedora, CentOS, Red Hat, etc. So let's get started. So here we are in the terminal. Let's see our first command, which is called pwd, which stands for present working directory, which returns the complete path of current working directory from the root. This command is fairly useful in those cases where this path isn't visible. So if you want to know the path in those cases, then you can use pwd command. Next command is ls, which will return all the files and directory present in the current working directory. Now if you want to try out some flags along with this ls command, then first flag you would like to try is -l, which will return other few important details along with the current list of files and directories such as permissions, user and user group, from which files and directories belongs to, and the size of the files along with the date on which this file was modified. Next flag you would like to try along with ls-l is a. If you run ls-la, then it will also return the hidden files present in the current working directory. At the moment, htaccess is the hidden file present in our current working directory. Another useful flag along with the ls command is h. So if you like to run command ls-lh, then it will also give the human readable format of size in KB, MB or GB. Next command is cd, which is used to change the current working directory. Let's say if we want to enter the child directory called test, then we will simply type cd space test and we will enter into the test directory. Similarly, if we want to get out from this test directory and move to its parent directory, then we will simply type cd space ... and press enter, and we will enter into the parent directory of current working directory. Also, if we just type cd, then we will simply land into the home directory of our current user, which is Ubuntu in our case. We can also specify complete path from where we are to where we want to go. Let's say we want to go repository and then into the shell directory, then we will simply type repo/shell and we will back to our current working directory. Next command is mkdir, which is used to create the directory. Let's say mkdir followed by the name of directory, let's say dir1, and press enter, and then let's check the list. So dir1 has been created using this mkdir command. Let's just clear this console to make it more visible. Now if you want to create more recursive directory using mkdir, then you just need to specify the flag called -p, and then you can create n number of directories from current working directories. Let's say dir2/dir3/dir4. Now what it will do is it will create dir1 at this current location, then it will create dir3 under the directory called dir2, and similarly it will create dir4 directory inside this dir3 directory. So this command will create directory recursively. So let's check the list again using ls-al, and then we can see this directory called directory2. Now let's enter into the directory 2 directory and again check the list. So we'll see that directory 3 is present inside directory 2, and again if we enter inside directory 3 and check list again, then we'll be able to see directory 4, which was also created inside directory 3. So let's get back to our current directory, which is shell. So cd dot dot, again cd dot dot. So we are again back to our original directory, which is shell. Next command is rmdir, which is used to remove empty directory. So if there are any files or directory present inside the specific directory, then we can remove that directory using rmdir. So let's remove dir1 because that one was empty directory. We haven't created any files or directory inside directory called dir1, so we can remove this directory using rmdir. So rmdir followed by the name of directory, which is dir1 in our case, and press enter. So again let's check the list. So we can see that dir1 is gone. Again let's clear this list. Similarly, if we want to remove directory recursively using rmdir, then we can do so by simply specifying flag called -p followed by name of directories, let's say dir2, dir3 and dir4, and it will remove all the directories because all those directories have nothing inside them. Here they are gone. If we just specify rmdir-p dir2, then it won't be removed because dir2 contains directory dir3 and hence it is not empty. But if we specify all the directories at once, then it will remove it in descending order. It means first the innermost directory will be removed because that is empty, then it will come to directory 3. Now directory 3 is empty because dir4 is already removed, and hence it will remove dir3, and similarly it will remove dir2. So that was rmdir command to remove empty directory. Next command is touch, which is used to create empty files, and the command is touch followed by the name of file, let's say file1.txt, and it will create an empty file called file1.txt. Next command is cp, which is used to copy file or directory, and the command is cp followed by name of file or directory, let's say file.txt, and the destination path where you want to copy this file, let's say inside this test folder, and the name of the same file is going to be file2.txt. So what it will do is it will copy this file.txt from this path and it will put inside test directory as a file2.txt. So let's hit enter and this file will be copied inside the test folder. So let's verify this. Let's go to the test folder and check the list there. So there you will see file2.txt is present. Let's get back to our original directory. We can also copy whole directory along with all content using the same command. You just have to specify one flag called -r followed by the name of directory. So all content of this test directory, at the moment test directory has file2.txt, will be copied to, let's say, in the same directory as test2. So let's check the list and there we can see test2. We can also verify the content of test2 by entering into the same directory and check the list. There we can also see file2.txt resides inside test2 directory. Again clear the console, again shift back to our original directory, which is shell. Next command is move, which is called mv. If we want to move current file or directory to any specific location, then we can do so using mv command. Let's say we want to move file.txt inside test2 directory as new-file.txt. So what it will do is it will move file.txt from this present location to this test2 directory as a new file.txt. Hit enter. Again, let's go into the test2 directory and check. So new file has been moved from the shell directory to this test2 directory. Also verify the file is gone from this location and it's moved as new -file.txt inside this test2 directory. The same command is used to rename the file. Let's say if we want to rename this new file.txt inside this shell folder, then we can simply do mv command and new file.txt, and here we want to specify the new name we want to give to this new file.txt. Let's say renamed.txt, and it will move the same file at the same location with different name. So again, let's check the list. So our new file.txt is now rename.txt. The same command is used for rename as well. Again, let's clear the console. Next command is rm, which is used to remove file or directory. Earlier we have seen the command rmdir, which is specifically used to remove empty directory. This command is rm, which is used to remove file or directory. Let's check the list again. Now if we want to remove this rename.txt, then we can simply do so by specifying rm followed by name of this file, and it will remove the file. Let's check the list again, and the rename.txt is no more with us. Earlier we have seen command rmdir, which should have condition that directory should be empty in order to remove it using rmdir. But in this case, if we want to remove directory test2 which is not empty, let's check again that test2 directory is not empty. Test2 contains file2 and new file.txt. So test2 is not empty, but still we want to remove the test2 directory, then we can do so using rm command. We have to specify one flag called r in order to remove non-empty directory as well. rm-r followed by the name of directory, which is test2, and it will completely remove test2 along with its all content. So now let's check the list. So test2 directory is gone. Again, clear the console. The next command is cat. Before that, let's check the list of file. So this file has some content. The cat command is used to print the content of file onto the terminal. So the command is cat followed by name of file, let's say file.txt, and it will display all of its content onto the terminal. Let's clear this. If we want to see the content of file along with the line numbers, then we will simply specify -n flag and followed by name of file, and it will display all its content along with its line numbers. Here we can see 5, 6, 7, then 8, 9, 10 up to 16. Let's clear it again. Interestingly, if we spell cat backwards, which is tag followed by name of file, then it will display content of file in reverse order. So let's clear this as well. Another command is less, which is similar to cat, but it will display content of file with scrolling facility. So if we write less followed by name of file, then it will display content of file with the scrolling facility. Here you can scroll down and up and read the content. If you want to quit, then you will have to simply press Q and you will be back to the console again. Next command is head, which is used to display first n number of lines from specific file. The command is like head followed by name of file, let's say test file. Here we have created for this purpose, and it will by default display first 10 line content from this file. If you want to specify specific number of lines, then you have to simply add one flag -n followed by number of lines you want to fetch from the particular file, and it will fetch that number of line from this file. Similarly, we have tail command, which will fetch last n number of files from specific file tail. So it will display last 10 number of lines, and similarly if you specify -n followed by number of lines you want to see at the bottom, then it will display that number of lines using tail command. Let's clear this console. Another useful application of the tail command is using tail -f, which is used to get live streaming of log files. In case some files are continuously written by some application, then we can check those files continuously using tail -f. Let's say tail -f followed by file name, and it will continuously looking for next content to come up. Let's open this same in next tab and write something in the file using the editor. Let's say test file, and let's write here line number 17. Let's say this is log file and line number 17 is written by some application. So if we again shift back to our tab, then we can see line number 17 is added automatically. If we write another line and save this file, then again that file is automatically added at the bottom. So if logs are continuously flooding by the application, then the same thing will be reflected here using tail -f command. So this is most useful command in case you want to see the continuous logs generated by some application. If you want to exit from this log stream, then you can simply press Ctrl C and you will be back to your current working directory. Let's clear this again. Next command is grep, which is used to find some string from the specific file name. The command is grep followed by the string you want to find from the file. Let's say line followed by name of file, which is testfile.txt, and it will display all of its occurrence in red. Next command is df, which gives us the disk size. Here is our disk, which is 68% full, and these are number of bytes it occupies, and these are number of bytes which is available to use. If you specify df with -h, then you will be able to see the same data in some human readable format. Let's say 300 GB is used and 145 GB is still free. Let's clear this again. Next command is echo, which is used to print string or variable from the system. Let's say echo test, and it will display test. If we define some variable using export, let's say my variable is equal to 1234, and then if we want to know the value of my variable, then we will simply specify with $sign and the name of variable, and it will display the value of this variable. Next command is date, which will gives us current date and time of our system along with the time zone. Next command is who am I, which gives us the name of current logged in user, which is Ubuntu. Again, in some cases this thing won't be visible, so in those cases if we want to know the current users from which we are logged in, then we can perform who am I command and we'll get to know our current user. Next command is uptime, which gives us time since system has been running along with the average load the system is taking. This average load is in terms of CPU usage. The last command is uname, which is used to fetch the current operating system name, which is Linux. If we want to have some more info for this system, then you will specify uname along with -a, and it will gives us all sort of information related to our operating system along with the kernel it has been using. So these are some basic Linux commands which you can use as a beginner. There are of course more applications to the same commands which you can explore afterwards, but for now if you are a beginner, then these 20 commands will be quite helpful to begin with. I hope you will like this video. So we'll see you in next video. Till then, have a nice time.